Hello, everyone. My name is Penny Watkins. I am originally from Burlington, North Carolina. However, I currently reside in Houston, Texas. So, what do you think about the fact that there is no diagnosis in DSM for complex trauma? I find it both surprising and frustrating that the DSM does not include a specific diagnosis for complex trauma. I am someone that works closely with individuals and families that navigate certain crisis situations, such as being raped, sexually assaulted, bullying. And so I see firsthand how prolonged trauma can affect someone, especially when it comes to abuse and neglect, because that affects someone's everyday life, So the absence of a formal diagnosis not only minimizes the complexity of their experiences, but also poses significant challenges in ensuring that they receive the appropriate interventions and care. Complex trauma often results in long-term emotional, relational, and physiological impacts that go beyond the criteria for PTSD. So while PTSD can focus on complex trauma as a symptom, it doesn't include all of the exposures to childhood abuse, domestic violence, and it's excluded from the DSM. So it's not excluded from the DSM, but by excluding it from the DSM, it feels like the field hasn't really caught up to the lived realities that are faced by many trauma survivors. So what might that mean for clients who have experienced trauma but do not qualify for a PTSD diagnosis? So clients who don't meet the PTSD diagnostic criteria often face significant barriers. They may feel possibly invalidated. They may feel like their trauma isn't severe enough, which can discourage them from seeking support. So without a formal diagnosis, insurance coverage or access to specialized trauma-focused therapies may also be limited. And this could also impact individuals that are in rural areas as well, because there's not as many resources for them. So this gap in the DSM places greater responsibility on social workers and clinicians to advocate for trauma-informed care that meets the client where they are. We have to focus on the experiences and needs, even if the system doesn't provide a detailed experience and what that looks like. In addition, this also reinforces the importance of understanding frameworks like attachment theory or developmental trauma theory to address the broader impacts of complex trauma. All right, so introduce yourself. So like I said, my name is Penny Watkins. I am originally from Burlington, North Carolina, and I currently reside in Houston, Texas. I am a crisis program director for communities and schools of Southeast Harris and Brazoria County, where I provide crisis interventions or guidance for 21 crisis intervention specialists to help them navigate students' lives on a daily basis, whether they're going through rape, sexual assault, and different traumas as such. So I'm excited to understand the theoretical frameworks that inform trauma care so that I can be able to apply it to my position. So social work has found me based on my history of wanting to be a psychologist, but then that changed along the years. So after I received my doctorate, I do plan on doing community work by starting a nonprofit organization catered to the needs of trauma-informed care for students with special needs. So I look forward to this course and everything that's involved and how I can apply it to life. Thank you so much. Bye.